Friday night's opener did live up to its billing. But for South Africa, the focus is on Sunday evening. The Springboks kicking off the defence of their title with a Pool B clash against Scotland. South Africa will, of course, be looking to avoid a repeat of the 2019 World Cup where they suffered a loss in their opening game. Or whether or not perhaps that was what we needed for us to go all the way to win the championship, we don't know. The champions have received great love and support from South Africans, with some of them getting even more love from the most special people in their lives, their grandmothers. This morning, I'm joined by one of the GranBoks, Malcolm Marx's grandmother, Melody Anderson. She's with me here in studio. Granny Melody, a very good morning. Thank you so much for making the time, for waking up when you could have just been resting and getting yourself ready for what's going to be happening tomorrow. But I do appreciate you coming in.
It's a pleasure.
Just talk to me about your excitement, for the Springboks, your excitement for your grandson and all of his teammates, them going into this World Cup as the champions, as the team that everybody wants to beat. I know in one of the videos that Mike Sharman had shared with me from the campaign you guys have been running, you looked at that video and you were like, ooh, he's a bit of an ox.
Yeah.
So he's definitely going to be needing to channel that ox within him again. Just talk to me about your excitement, bro.
Now, what do you want me to tell you? All about Malcolm.
All about Malcolm, all about the box, all about your excitement just for him.
I am very excited about this. Yeah. And actually, I can't wait for it to start. And as Malcolm said, to get it over and done with us at the top.
Do you really believe that we can win it again this time around?
Stranger things have happened, but I've got full confidence that they play together very well as a team, very, very well.
Let's talk about Malcolm. Let's talk about your grandson, who he started his professional career 9 years ago. And at the time, he was only 20 when he was playing for the Golden Lions. And look how far he's come now. He's a world champion. He's one of the most respected players in the world, not even just in South Africa. When he told the family that this is what he wants to do with his life, that he wants to play rugby, what was your reaction to that?
Well, I was very proud of him. He knows what he wants. He always has done. He's very, very quiet and shy, actually, except when he's on the field, then he's a different fella. Then be careful. But at home, he's quiet, shy, and introvert, very quiet.
I mean, how does he manage to change between those two personalities? Because I actually saw the shyness that you speak of when we were at the airport for their send-off. And they wanted him to just comment on something. One of the fans had asked him a question and he didn't really know what exactly to say. But when you see Malcolm Marx up against New Zealand, for example...
Then he's not shy anymore.
I mean, just that kind of personality, what is it about it that you love so much?
I like, because as far as I'm concerned, Malcolm, to me, has always been the same. So sweet and strong and happy, and as long as he's amongst the people that he loves, he's a very happy person, and quite happy just to be in the background. He doesn't really like being in the foreground. He doesn't enjoy it at all. But on the field, there's a different Malcolm. He's keyed up and he knows exactly what he's got to do, and he tries very hard to do it the right way.
Granny Melody, when you saw Malcolm Marx with that World Cup medal around his neck in 2019, the feeling, tell me about that feeling on that day.
Yeah, I was so proud. I was so terribly proud of him. We all were, but, it's unexplainable, isn't it?
It is.
Until you're there. And you just feel on top of the world. It's a gift that we are so proud of.
Granny Melody, a lot of family members, a lot of mothers, a lot of parents, they try and advise against their children playing rugby, considering, the dangers of it, that you could get hurt and you may never recover from it. Had it ever crossed your mind, when you started watching him at 15?
Yeah, of course it does. But you know what? You can't change Malcolm, well, you can't change guys. They are going to do exactly what they want to do and the way they want to do it. And I think he plays a fantastic game, and I'm very proud of him. And beware. Have you ever knocked against Malcolm? You come off second best.
Talk to me about your relationship with him. You know, when he's not Malcolm Marx, the rugby star. You know, talk to us about Malcolm Marx, Melody Anderson's grandson.
Oh, he's kind, and he likes to tease. He teases me a lot, and he gets it straight back. But he's a very kind and what more can I say about him?
You know, that kindness that you speak of, I mean, where does he get that from? You know, I mean, obviously he would have had his parents, he would have had you, you know, just the environment that but where does he get that kind of...
I think it's the way he was brought up. He battled when he was a young man, before he was 15, when he was young, they battled like, which is very good character-wise, you know. But he has got inbred kindness. He's so kind. And he absolutely adores animals.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is absolutely beautiful. I mean, why would a Springbok not adore fellow animals? But just before I let you go, Granny Melody, let's talk about tomorrow's game. 5:45, I know you're going to be sitting in front of your TV waiting to see your grandson and all the boys take on Scotland.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like to ask this question to everybody when I talk to them about sport.
Yeah.
Give me your prediction. How do you see that match ending?
I think there'll be, unless I'm wrong, excuse me.
Sorry, Granny.
Unless I'm wrong, I would say they're going to come out on top tomorrow.
They're going to come out on top?
Yeah, they've got so much confidence, those guys. And of course they know everybody's behind them, but they also know how to play rugby, believe you me.
Most definitely. Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow, but with your love, with all the GranBoks' love, with South Africans' love for the Springboks, how can they not come out on top tomorrow? Granny Melody, thank you so much for making the time to come through and speak to us today. I hope you have yourself an amazing time sitting there in front of the TV, watching your grandson represent his country and do us all proud. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Of course, that is Granny Melody Anderson. She is Malcolm Marx's grandmother, of course, the 2019 Rugby World Cup winning hooker, who's back again at the 2023 Rugby World Cup, looking to do more of the same of what it is he did do 4 years ago.